All right, this is going to be Every Breath You Take by The Police. We basically have 5 different riffs in this tune and one little short bridge. So this is the first riff. These are big stretches on these. So you might think about some finger stretching exercises. Like one that I do is, I'll do 5 and 7, but I use the first 2 fingers. And don't let that first finger go until you get this one all the way on there. That gives you the maximum stretch. Always start with the lower of the 2. Now do that with the next fingers too. And go up to these more narrow frets if you need to until you get that stretch going. And then you do the last 2 sets of fingers. And the better you get at it, go ahead down to these wider frets as well. Because if you can get all that going, you got a really good stretch there if you can get all these. Not the best sounding scale. So anyway, let's get back to Every Breath You Take. So we got the first riff is going to be 5, 7, 9, and 6 down here. Now that'd be really hard if we had to do it all at the same time, but we get to kind of play each note separately and kind of staccato each one, so you get to kind of move from one to the next without having to ring them together and hold that whole thing out. So here goes riff 1. Okay, so we got 5, 7, 9, back to the 7, and then we got that 6. And we come back with the 6, 9, 7, 9. Okay, so that's the first riff. The second riff is 2, 4, and 6 with a 2 on the bottom here. So we got 2, 4, 6, 4, 2, 6, 4, 6. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of the first one and 2 of the second one. Here we go. 3, 4. Okay, then the third riff is going to start here on the 5th string on the 5th fret. So we got 5, 7, 9, back to the 7, and then bar this down. 7, 7, 5, 7. And the 4th riff is just up 2 from there. So that was kind of a D chord and kind of an E chord. So riff 3, riff 4. Now the 5th riff is going to be just like the first one, but up 2 on the 7th. So that's riff 5. So that's all of your riffs you need. We just need to look at the arrangement, and I'm going to walk you through that whole thing right now. So we're going to do riff 1 twice and riff 2 twice to get us started. 3, 4. Riff 2. Riff 3 once and riff 4 once. Back to riff 1 2 times. So that was kind of the intro. Now we're into a verse. We're going to do the riff 1 twice again and riff 2 twice again. Riff 2. 3 to 4. And then at that point we're going to go back to riff 2 twice. And then riff 1 twice. Back to 2 twice. 3 and 4. 1 twice. Okay, then we're going to be into we're going to do riff 3, but we're going to do it 2 times this time. Back to riff 1 twice. Here's where we do riff 5. So that was the same as the first one, but on the 7th fret. So we got 7, 9, 11, 9, and then we got the 8, 11, 9, 11. Now we're going to go down to riff 4 2 times. So that was kind of a bridge or a chorus type thing. Now we're back to a verse 2 times on the first riff, 2 times on the second riff. And then 3 and 4. And then 2 twice. And then we have an E chord. And then we're going to an F sharp major. We're going to go ba-da-dum. So once we do the first one with just 1 strum, we start going da-da-dum, like 3 hits, and then back to the E. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, and then 1 more E, ba-da-dum, and then we're back to the other parts. So that was like a little bridge. So here's the first one again. We're going to go riff 1 twice and then riff 3 twice. And when we go to that riff 3 twice, that's when he says, "Oh, can't you see?" That kind of a change on the verse. So 2 of these, back to 1 twice, and then 5 twice, to 4 twice. And then we begin the outro. We're going to do riff 1 twice and riff 2 twice. And then 3 and 4, riff 2 twice. And then 3 and 4, and then riff 2 4 times this time. Back to riff 1 twice. And then this begins a new thing where it's going to be riff 1 twice and then riff 2 and 3 once each. So we got. So we've never had that pattern yet. So this is a new pattern, and we just keep repeating that pattern until it fades out. So it'd be like 5 or 6 times through that. So we got 1 1 2 3 is what's happening. So it just keeps doing that, fades out. Okay, and then it just fades out, like I say, after about like 6 times through that 1 1 2 3 form. All right, so let's look at each riff one more time. So riff 1 was 5 7 9 and 6. And there is a bit of a palm mute that I'm doing here, so I can keep everything kind of nice and staccato and tight. And I'm really just doing all downstrokes on this. So that was riff 2, 2, 4, 6, and 2. Riff 3 was on this 5th string, 5th fret. Riff 4 up 2. And riff 5 was this one on the 7th fret on the big string. Okay, all right, thanks for watching. That was Every Breath You Take by The Police, Andy Summers on guitar. They say that this song was kind of going in the garbage can, but he came up with that great riff, and that really put everything together for it. So thanks a lot for watching, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.